Okay. So what's good, guys? So today I'm going to do a trade recap of my Friday's trade. So just let me just straight up jump to it. So first we want to see, okay, what is the daily time frame telling us? So the daily time frame on Thursday, we do see a perfect rebalance into the daily CB, and we do see displacement away from it. And we do have what? Previous week high Thursday. And we do have weekly liquidity levels like manipulation, and we do respecting manipulation, expect a big reversal to happen. So let me go on the hourly. Okay, so just let me see. Okay, from this manipulation higher and this reversal, where is the joint liquidity? The joint liquidity is going to be all the low resistance liquidity that we do have all built up down here. So just let me mark out these lows and let me see how price reacts to these lows. This one and this one. I want to mark out this low as well. Why? Because we do have an hourly big BC to the left. So this is key because this BC did not fully get rebalanced into. So price could easily rebalance into and displace higher from it. Okay, so right now, so let's say just think that it's 9:30 open. Okay, so we are 9:30 open, and we do see this. We do see this. So just let me go on the hourly on ES as well. So we do have news at 8:30. So if you do have news at 8:30, we want to wait for the news. We want to see what did news do. But before 8:30, at the 7 a.m. candle on the hourly, we do have what? We do have the bearish SMT. From high time frame SMT, the dual liquidity is going to be what? The high time frame levels. You can just have an idea, like you can even see like with your eyes that price is most likely gonna go lower because price is fractal. If you do have this SMT on the hourly, let's say that this was on the 1 minute, what are you expecting price to go lower? Because what was this? This was what? This was the order block on the hourly. That's why like price is fractal. So just let me go on the daily 1 second. Just let me mark out why it was a really bearish for the day. We do see what? This daily order block forming after the reversal of the previous week high. And we do see the standard deviation level of the daily order block is overlapping perfectly with the BC. So right now I do have few confluence as price wants to go lower. So just let me write down the confluence on the high time frame. So we do have daily CB respect. We do have previous week high Thursday. We do have standard deviation meeting with the 1 hour BC. So this is right now what is the high time frame telling me. So we do see what the daily is bearish. So if the daily is bearish, what is going to be our narrative most likely? Bearish. So now we wait for internal confirmation at 9:30 that price wants to go lower. So right now, just let me go at 9:30. Just let me mark out the P areas that we do see at 9:30. At 9:30 we do see this 50-minute CB. Let me go on the hourly as well. We do see this hourly wick as well. Just let me mark out this in green. Let me go on the 1 minute timer. So I just want to see what price does from 9:30 to 9:45. I want to have my thought process now. Just let me go on the 1 minute here. Just a little bit laggy. Okay. Just let me reset chart view. Okay. So we do see that 9:30 is here. So what happens at 9:30? So at 9:30 we displace lower. Why? Because just before 9:30 we do have an internal manipulation. 9:30 displaces higher, rebalances into this 1 minute CB. Let me mark out this in orange. So we do have 1 minute CB, hourly wick, and we do have the 50-minute CB. So right now we do have three confluences. The price wants to go lower. So we do have hourly wick, 1 minute CB, and 50-minute CB getting what? Respected. So from right now, we do see all these type of feeder rays. But what is the ultimate confirmation? Displacement and the disrespect of the opposite feeder ray. So on the left side, you want to see what? A fair value gap getting disrespected. So now you just wait for it. Just let me move this 50-minute CB. So we do see 9:30 retraces higher, 1 minute CB retracement, hourly wick, and we want to see displacement. Displacement is happening. And we do what? We do invalidate this BC. So right now, this BC is going to tell us the narrative for the whole day, to be honest. Because if this BC does get respected as an inverted fair value gap, where is the true liquidity? Lower. But where exactly is all this low resistance liquidity here? So we do have a liquidity here, and we do have what? A liquidity down here as well. So right now we do see, okay, the 931 retraces, 932 displaces. As 932 displaces, what does it leave? An internal PXL. So right now we want to see, okay, what is this PXL going to tell me? Because right now we are still respecting the 1 minute BC. So the bullish P array are still not like all getting respected, like disrespected. So you just want to wait for ultimate confirmation that price wants to go lower. So in the backtesting call yesterday, I did say what? That from clean BC like that, like this, most likely price will use them as a retracement to go higher, then go lower again, or to manipulate higher again, then to go lower. Like the same stuff happened today at 9:25. We expected this 1 minute clean BC. We wicked into it, manipulated one time more, then we displaced lower. So in this case as well, so you wait for the proper confirmation. We do see 934, which is into the PXL. And what does 935 do? Displaces lower below the BC. So right now we do have the inverter fair value gap, and this was the main PDRA for me to look for short today. So we do see that we do have a displacement to this low, but you want to see, okay, what are we doing from this low? Are we accumulating? Because if you do accumulate at the manipulation of a low and the narrative is still bearish, this is most likely engineer liquidity, because retail traders are just long right now. They're just trying to buy this whole move to the upside. They're going like this, maybe surplus below here. Let's say they're just trying to long this shit to the upside. You want to see, okay, if you sell the price effectively, you wait for proper confirmation. So we do see that from the manipulation of this low, we do not see any displacement, either higher or lower. We do see two candles going higher. But you want to see, okay, what is price doing just before macro? At 941, what was price doing? So price does an internal manipulation, and we do have from the internal manipulation and the perfect, you will see that like the body that's open there, displays lower immediately. We do have the perfect respect of the inverter fair value gap at the left. So this is a key tell that price wants to go lower, because right now, what is this? This is an order block. So this bullish candle and this bearish candle is what? This is an order block. Right now, we want to wait for macro open and show us what we want to do, because right now we are into this 1 minute BC. So if you're in the 1 minute BC, you want to wait for proper confirmation that price wants to go lower. But that's why you have to wait for the ultimate time, like the perfect time, to be honest. So we do see what? 940, like macro opens 945. We do see push lower. We do turn to this mini low. We do see displacement higher immediately. Now, what was the displacement higher telling us? The price is just retracing into the 50% of the OB. That's why the narrative today was bearish. Why? Because narrative is what? What P array are we respecting right now? This is the narrative. If you're respecting a bearish P array, the narrative is going to be bearish. And we do have the daily aligning with this OB, the 50-minute, the 4-hour, and the day and the 1 hour. So okay, we do see that the 1 minute bearish order block is holding. So this is 946. This would have been a valid entry, to be honest. But if you did wait for the optimal time, like 947, 948, if you wait for the optimal time, you will see that most likely your TP will get hit immediately. So we do see a retracement higher to 50% of the OB. We do see a displacement lower. So 946 is displacing lower. We do see accumulation. 948. What does 948 do? Because at this high, we do have what? We do have an SMT as well. So let me mark out on ES as well. So this was the SMT on ES. So a macro open price formed an internal manipulation, an SMT into the inverter fair value gap, and we do see displacement lower. But right now, at this retracement, we want to see what on the 5-minute time frame. Just let me go, where is it? Number. Just let me move this fib for 1 second. So we do see that we do have market shift at into the 5 minutes. So this candle closed, and this was the macro open candle. So we do see we do have what? Market shift and PXL here. So just let me go on the 1 minute time frame. And let me see what is price doing at the high time of PXL. Just let me go here. Okay. So we do see macro opens, retraces higher, 50% of this OB, 50% of the PXL, internal manipulation, and we do see what? Displacement from it. So that entry was really good, to be honest, if you do have this thought process. So this was an order block right now. If this was an order block, what are we waiting for? For the respect of it and displacement. So wait for the optimal time, 9:48, 9:47, 9:49, 9:50. You wait for the optimal time and speed and efficiency to be on your side. We do see 9:48 displaces higher and deeply into the OB. This candle is really not optimal to look for shorts because you're closing above the 50% of the order block. I want to see what is the next candle doing. What is the next candle doing? Is the next candle, just let me move this PXL to be honest right now. Is this candle respecting this BC? Yes or no? Are we respecting it? No. So what is price telling you right now? From the retracement into this OB, into the 945 and 946 order block, into the retracement into the 5-minute PXL, and from the SMT higher, price is respecting a bullish P way. And we do so this entry was really fast because I think in 5-10 seconds this candle already engulfed this bullish candle. We already wicked below this candle, so my entry was here. My entry was based off of a lot of conferences. I'm gonna note them down. But you wanna see, okay, why was my TP not at this low? At this low. So most likely it was not there. Why? Because it was a low probable day. That's why on low probable days you will see most of the time that like equal lows, equal highs are being engineered. That's why my TP was at the 50% of the order of the week on the 5-minute. Just because the standard deviation was met, but most likely because price needed to retrace lower to then go higher again. And you want to see when this happens, most of the time you guys will lose. Why? Because you guys miss the optimal entry, the OTE entry, as you would say. The 949 candle, this entry was valid, but this one was really more secure because this was the candle close. You know, see, either of the two would have been fine. 949 candle told us the whole narrative because we do have inverted fair value gap, 5-minute PXL, SMT, order block, displacement, speed is on your side. That's it. You enter and you have like 7-8 confluence on your side and you just target either the nearest zero liquidity, the standard deviation, or the 50% of the week. Most likely, you will never get this. Because what? No probable day, most of the time, but that's because price is just engineer liquidity to manipulate higher again. We trace into the hourly week again. We do see, then we do see what? Displacement for the downside. You see with how much speed price was looking to the standard deviation level. You see here, because this was key because the true draw liquidity of price was lower, the hourly BC. That's why, because price wants to engineer liquidity and then price wants to seek lower price. That's why if you go for 30 points daily, most of the time you will never get like manipulated. That's why if you, let's say the take an entry like this, okay, you go maybe for 50 points. I think you got your 50 points. That was good. But if you want to be greedy, you go for 63 points. You go greedy by 13 points. So you don't take your 50 points, you want 63 points. You would have got stopped out. Why? Because the probability of the day was not on your side. Yeah, the narrative was, but you want to see, is this a high probable day? No. So just be in and out quickly. So just let me mark out the confluence that we do have. So we do have 9:30 manipulation higher. We do have 5 minutes market structure shift and PXL. We have the inversion of the 1-minute BC and perfect respect of a at 9:41. So this candle or this one at 9:41 was respecting perfectly the the inverted fair value gap here, and we do have internal turtle soup in the inverted fair value gap, and we do see displacement from it. So then macro opens and retraces into the OB, retracement perfectly in the 50% of the OB, and from there we see displacement and respect of the 5-minute PXL and 50% of the OB, and we have an SMT as well. SMT formed when? SMT was formed when price was respecting the 50% of the OB. So you want to see, okay, our entry. So right now we are at the 946 candle. So we do see SMT respect of the 50% of the OB. We do see displacement, 5-minute PXL. I want to see, okay, what did price do at the optimal time? 948 retraced deeply. Wait, so let me go 949. Yeah, 949 is a little bit better. 949. Okay, so 949 displaced away from the OB, inverted the BC that Salman teaches us. That Salman teaches us. So this was the BC, the 947 candle and the 948. Just let me zoom in. 947, 948, and we do see displacement. Oh my bad. Speed on your side. So just let me count right now how many confluences we had. Just let me take in notes the high time frame confluence as well. So we do see hourly wick, 1 minute no, my bad. Let me go on the high time frame. So daily CB 1, previous week high turn sub 2, standard deviation. So this is not like this is like just a prediction. So we do have 1 daily CB respect and previous week high turn sub. So we do have 2 confluences on the high time frame. We go on the low time from the hourly, we do see hourly wick respected 3, 1 minute CB got respected perfectly 4, 15 minute CB as well 5. We do see displacement. Then we want to see, okay, 930 manipulated higher, internal manipulation 6, 5 minute market structure shift, and 945 we had the 5 minute PXL. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot how many it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do see the inversion of the 1 minute BC here. So this is 8. We do see retracement into the 50% of the OB and macro open. So this is 7, 8. From the 50% respect of V, we do see displacement. We do see SMT forming. This is 9. From the retracement into the OB at 948. After the SMT formed and macro open, we wait for the displacement. We do see what? Inversion of the fair value gap, 10 confluences. We do see market structure shifts forming here as well. So this is 11 confluence in one trade. So you want to see, okay, when you do have 11 confluence on one trade, what is most likely going to happen? Like, really just think to yourself, your TP is going to get hit most likely is going to be like 90% of the time, because you're gonna see, you guys are gonna see that this model is 90% win rate and plus. Yes, you can get like 70, 80, but if you truly understand price as I do, the high time frame, the middle times, the 1 hour, the 50 minute, the 1 minute, you study it, bro, you will see, bro, it's really easy. Like this model, bro, is really fucking easy. Like you should have this planned out before, like at macro open, like before you even trade. Like this is your narrative. You see, like I wrote down my whole narrative, but I do it every day on a piece of paper. I write down my narrative every day. But that's it. My trade was here at 949 displacement candle. The inversion of the BC stop loss was above there. TP was here. That's it. I was in and out. This trade was 949, 50, 51. That's why you guys gotta see, okay, what is the difference between times? 945 chop. You do see consult. No, it's like chop. Just a retracement. What do you see at 948, 950? Displacement. That's why, bro. 945 is good, but 950 is better. But this is only on low probable days. On low probable days, try waiting for 958 to happen. But that's it. That's it. Thank you for watching this, guys. But this is really good. Like, try to understand price like this. Oh, I forgot to add the confluence as well. There was a 5-minute inverted fair value gap as well here. Do you see this one? Yeah. So this was like a 12 trade confluence. Like 12 confluences was supporting your trade. But that's it. Well, thank you, Marcia. You can just end the recording right now.